We've talked a lot about the production side of these issues, but let's talk about the consumer. Food prices have gone up 7% in the last year, and we see anecdotal reporting here in our region about many more people coming into food banks, wanting Meals on Wheels and so forth. It looks like there's a very significant hunger issue out there. Do you think there is, and do you think we have enough programs to deal with that?
It's an issue that's affecting every country right now, and it comes from essentially three things. Firstly, people's mortgage interest rates. Our Reserve Bank hasn't raised rates in a year, but rates kept going up because of the problems our banks were having getting credit out of the States with the subprime mortgage crisis. Obviously, Kiwi government can't control that. Secondly, for the Kiwi household, there's been at the same time a huge spike in fuel prices. These oil prices are just unbelievable. Nobody could have predicted anything like that. And we don't control how much oil is put on the market, whether a threat from Israel to Iran sends prices through a spike. There's just been so many things that have gone wrong for those who are trying to buy oil. And thirdly, there's been the spike in food prices, occasioned by the fast-growing world population, and within that, the fast-growing middle-class population, which can afford more food. And of course, the supply hasn't geared up to demand. Okay, we know those are all factors. The question is, what now do we do? Well, I think if you're looking at the medium to longer term, our task is to lead New Zealand to be such a strong and prosperous economy that we deal with these things in our stride. And that's a lot of the things I've been talking about with the Third Hawke's Bay people today. We have to be more educated and skilled. Our businesses have to be more innovative, research and brains driven. We've got to look for premium of sustainability. We've got to look at the big picture on our markets. We've got to have a modern infrastructure. We've got to deepen our capital markets through KiwiSaver. All those things are important for the short term now. Thank heavens our government brought in Working for Families, because that is certainly the difference between complete misery and being able to cope for a lot of our families. A lot of other direct inputs we do, like halving the doctor's fees and cheaper early childhood education, support with the rates rebate. The tax relief that's coming on the 1st of October will be very welcome for families. As well, the Reserve Bank Governor has anticipated that he should be in a position to bring interest rates down this year. That will help pressure on the family budget. And finally, for those who aren't able to cope at the moment, we've just doubled the amount of support we can give for grants for food, and also more than double the amount we can give in special needs grants for emergencies, because we're conscious that there is a group that's just vulnerable at the moment.
Just to say at a moment, where does the grant money for food, how does that flow down to the local level?
What happens is if a family really can't meet food costs, the Department of Work and Income in the local Hawke's Bay towns is able to give food grants, and we've doubled the amount of food grant that can be given in a year. And then if there's other emergency items, like something's gone wrong, unanticipated costs, people can't balance the budget, then we've gone from, I think, $200 to $500 for non-recoverable grants for a year.
So you think the safety net is there and adequate?
The safety net is there, and then obviously we don't want people just going to a food bank for one-off help. If there is a problem, we need to know about it. We need budget advice in there, helping people reorganise their schedule of payments. We need to see they're getting everything they should be getting from Working for Families, accommodation supplement, childcare subsidy, rates rebate, all these kinds of things.